going on, everyone? And I'm back with another edition of Action Sunday. And before I go any further, let me get the intro out of the way. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, Happy whatever, okay? So, in fact, I believe it's the first day of Hanukkah, so Happy Hanukkah to those guys. But anyway, to tonight's review, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, it's a Christmas-themed episode? Yes, so might as well. So in the past on this channel, I reviewed Die Hard 2. I reviewed Lethal Weapon 2 years ago. I reviewed No Long Kiss Goodnight last Christmas. And so this one is a bit of a one that you probably didn't know that was a Christmas movie, and that it's Invasion USA. It's a Chuck Norris movie that came out in 1985. The plot of this movie is very interesting. So, a Russian spy plans on invading America in like the most brutal fashion ever. I'm not going to give much of the story away right now, but I will get into it further on. And one guy standing in his way is Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris plays a retired CIA op by the name of Matt Hunter, okay? And somehow, they never explain this, but somehow he wants to get him out of the way first before he fully extends his invasion. And yeah, that's the one thing I hadn't scratched my head is like, I really wish they could have explained this more. But then, as the movie goes on, action ramps up. There's some crazy, very tension moments. There's my God, it's just insane. And of course, more, I would say, unraveling of how these two guys know each other. But it's not properly well done, in my opinion. But yeah, now how is this a Christmas movie? Well, at one point in the movie, before Rastinov, that's the villain's name, played by the legendary Richard Lynch, which was pretty interesting. He's talking about his plan to his superior, and they're in a bar. And if you listen real closely, Jingle Bells is playing in the background. And of course, funny appropriate, this movie is set in Florida, or kind of like the Everglades, that area kind of thing. But yeah, I'm like, all right, interesting setting for a Christmas movie / American invasion setting. But of course, more. I don't want to talk about. Hey, it's international wars. It's Cuba. Like that. I don't want. Never mind. Forget that. Get that. But hey, then of course later on in the movie, there is a. There's a scene where I don't want to give much away, where the invaders actually kind of decimate a neighborhood, and it's scary. And man, this scene had balls to depict like good golly, like it's like nice quiet neighborhood. There's explosions and death going off. Jesus Christ. And then later on in the movie, there's a crazy-ass chase through a shopping mall, and of course, it's set in Christmas. So there you go. So you got the Christmassy stuff out, but it's not really set on Christmas. It's just set during Christmas season. I think that's what kind of puts it off as not really a Christmas movie. But let's see. But of course, here's my criteria. If I hear a Christmas song, it counts. If I see anything with Christmas decorations, it counts. Just like Die Hard. But of course, Die Hard was incredible. This is not. Like I said, at least some like I said, there's some ballsy moments, some really dark moments, but man, Chuck Norris really kicks the shit out of everyone in this movie. And of course, the final fight between him and Rastinov, it's more like a chase / fight, and then of course it ends in a giant boom. That's all I'm gonna tell you, okay? If you want to find this movie for yourself and see for yourself, all right? Let's see, what else can I say about this? I felt like most of the plot points I felt like nothing kind of flowed together. Like, how can I explain? So, like, somehow, obviously, there's got to be a female lead, but, like, you could tell, like, she was just shoot in there for, like, good measure. It's like, oh, okay, but they don't explain what more about her. Like I said, some of these characters are way two-dimensional or one-dimensional, especially some of these supporting characters. The villain, I will say, I felt like he was good. A little cliche, but of course, what you expect. This was the 80s. Okay, remember, tensions were between USA, and the Soviets were high. Okay, so this movie had some balls to depict like an invasion of this magnitude. So it's crazy to think about that. But there's some great moments, especially coming from Chuck Norris. There's like a lot of explosions. The dark moments of seeing the neighborhood get destroyed. I was like, oh my God, this, like I said, ballsy, dark, and just absolute batshit insane. but hey, this is what you expect in a typical Chuck Norris movie. It's definitely got a lot to work off, and of course, according to what I found out that Chuck Norris said this was not. He felt like it wasn't. It was too much. Like trying to work into this movie. I know his brother produced this movie and worked on this, so yeah. I think I can kind of see why this he didn't really particularly like this movie, but it's still enjoyable. For the most part, but the tone of this movie is somewhat dark, but at the end you're kind of like, yeah, that's my Chuck Norris, man. He's our real hero. So yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this movie. If I had to give this movie a score, I would probably give this. I'm probably gonna give this maybe a 5, a solid 5. That's as me as I can get. Even though this movie has a bit of a cult following, but like it's definitely Chuck Norris's weaker movies. Okay, I loved Hellbound. I loved any of his artwork, especially the Delta Force. Compared this to the Delta Force or any of his other works, I think this was definitely the weaker stuff. But when it comes to, like I said, the small Christmas elements sprinkled in, yeah. This is why I think this kind of turns some fans away of, it's not a real Christmas movie. All right, so that does for today. Go find it and find this movie if you want to watch it. I found it over on the Stars app /network, so it's totally up to you. Either that or take a pass on it. All right, so that does for tonight. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for some awesome, exciting videos. And of course, happy holidays, everybody.